Dan Campbell and the Lions repeatedly going for it on fourth down on Sunday instead of kicking a field goal. Bad decision, good decision, bad result.
Well, he knows his team, and I think you got to factor that in, that we can look at it from outside looking in and go, why are you going for it? Why are you not going for it at the end of the first half? I just thought if you're going to stay with what your theme is, with who you are, it's almost like Dan Campbell said, no, this is how we win. This is our mindset the entire year. Instead of factoring in sort of where you are, the personnel you were going against, and maybe momentum, there are a lot of things that factor into that. It's not just as simple as, hey, it's 4th and 2, you go for it. I didn't understand not going for it at the end of the first half. Because if you score a touchdown there, now it's 28-7. And to me, that is huge.
That felt like a dagger if they had done that.
Yes, and I thought Dan Campbell would be aggressive and go, you know what? They're down. We got to knock them out. And he didn't. They kicked the field goal, and I'm like, okay, get points. You don't want to give them momentum. They're going to get the ball back to open up the second half. And then the other two, he knows his team. But I'm going to give credit to what the Niners did. And Greg Olsen, who had a wonderful game, pointed this out. You know, they're sort of giving you something, or you think it's something, and then it's something else. And I think, you know, I'm not going to blame the Lions for going for it. I'm going to credit the 49ers with how they played it. Yes, Eaton.
It's weird because Dan Campbell is sort of being criticized for both decisions. Yeah. In a way, I'm not really saying you, but I'm saying people are like, Coach, why didn't you go for the touchdown on the first half? You should have, instead of kicking the field goal, you should have tried to score a touchdown there and put the game away. And then later in the game, it's like, Coach, why did you go for it? You should have kicked the field goal.
I had no problem. If you want to be aggressive, then be aggressive. But he wasn't aggressive at the end of the first half, but he was aggressive in the second half. And that, to me, was a little bit confusing. Yes, Eden.
I like everything that Dan Campbell did. I think they so many times when you're watching a game, people are like, they need to do what got them here.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. He didn't go for it at the end of the first half because he said, well, it was a little further away than what we were comfortable for. So if it was week 3, they wouldn't have gone for it there either. They would have kicked the field goal. Just like in the second half, yeah, if it was week 3, we would have gone for it here. This is what we do.
Yeah, Paulie.
However, and I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not even sure what I believe here. In the second half, when the Niners get the ball, they run down, and they only get a field goal, but they get a field goal. And you get the ball right downfield, and you go for it on fourth down, the Lions, and they don't get it. When they were getting ready to decide, I remember thinking to myself, it'd be really nice to match that field goal with a field goal and make it a 3-score game again. That seemed like it would calm everything down. Would you alter your decisions based off setting, momentum?
Yeah.
That's where I was. That's the only thing I thought of in the moment. Like, boy, I'd love to get a quick 3 here.
Here's Dan Campbell on going for it twice on fourth down.
I just felt really good about us converting and getting our momentum and not letting them play long ball. They were bleeding the clock out. That's what they do. And I wanted to get the upper hand back. It's easy hindsight, and I get it, I get that. But I don't regret those decisions, and that's hard. It's hard because, we didn't come through. It wasn't able to work out, but I don't. And I understand the scrutiny I'll get. That's part of the gig, man. We just didn't work out.
If you want to know what pain sounds like, that's pain for an NFL head coach. And if I would have said to Lions fans when we started the season, hey, you're going to go to the conference title game, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose after having a 17-point lead. Would you say you had a good year? And I hope Lions fans take away the positive from this because it's set up nicely for you. Cowboys fell on their face. The Eagles were a disappointment. Tampa was one of the playoff teams. You did have to go through San Francisco eventually, but it's set up nicely for the Lions. You should have, the Niners should have lost to Green Bay, and the Niners should have lost to Detroit. But they found a way, and that's what great teams do. They find a way to win. Like yesterday, Kansas City, underdog in Baltimore, number 1 scoring defense. You're going against the MVP. The weather is not conducive to doing anything offensively, and your defense was unbelievable. Patrick Mahomes was part of the story. That defense was unbelievable. second best scoring defense in the NFL. And we can talk about offense every single year. Oh my gosh, passing numbers, receiving numbers. What does it come down to? Every year, defense. Somebody's got to play it. Come up with a big stop. That's important. L'Jarius Sneed knocking the ball out with Zay, like just these moments. And that's all it takes. It's one or two of these moments. And that's what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. There'll be one or two moments where somebody makes a play or doesn't make a play defensively. And you saw that yesterday. The last team to blow a lead of 17 or more points in the conference title game was the Chiefs. They blew an 18-point game lead in the loss to the Bengals, the 2021 AFC title game.
Woo! Ow! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! This is the stat of the day!
Stat of the day brought to you by Panini America, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show. Zay Flowers, who I loved when they drafted him, had a really good season, did not have a good day yesterday, and he had the ball stripped from him as he's getting ready to go into the end zone. I'm going to give you both calls. Let me give you the Ravens call of Zay Flowers with the ball being stripped from him.
Aguilar sets to the right in the slot. Chiefs show blitz pressure. They bring it. Lamar fires in the end zone. Nope. Shy of the end zone. Zay Flowers dives at the goal line. Ball comes loose.
I'm hoping. I can't tell.
It looked like he broke the plane. The officials converge, and they're calling a touchback. This will automatically be reviewed because it's now a touchback. We're taking a look at the first replay.
It's close.
It is right at the line.
No, he dropped it. He got it knocked out.
Yeah, it wasn't close. And if he goes down at the 1 yard line, it's first down there. Here is the Kansas City Chiefs call of Zay Flowers' fumble.
Here's Lamar Jackson over the middle, caught by Zay Flowers, and lunges for the end zone. They're going to say the ball's out. They're going to say the ball is out in the end zone. The Chiefs think they have the ball in the end zone. No official has been given yet. They're going to say a touchback. The Chiefs recover the ball in the end zone. Zay Flowers caught the ball and fumbles the ball into the end zone.
The runner fumbled short of the goal line, recovered in the end zone by
Kansas City has a touchback. Zay Flowers hit short of the end zone and fumbles the ball.
Okay.
Oh, Yankees win.
That's courtesy of The Wolf, the Chiefs radio network. Also 98 Rock Ravens radio network. Zay Flowers after the game.
Justice just said he doesn't want you to feel like you're defined by one play. What does that mean to you that your teammates are talking like that right now?
Like I said, those are my brothers. I ain't expect nothing different from them. So, we all got each other backs.
Yeah, they do in the offseason. But once again, this is when the Joker won 2 MVPs. And then he didn't have any postseason success. And I think that factored in on him not going back to back to back, and Joel Embiid won the MVP. Well, Joker won the NBA title. So no one will ever vote going, well, he hadn't had postseason success. Lamar Jackson might have a tough time winning MVP, even though what you do in the postseason is not supposed to impact what you do during the regular season. He did not have a good game. They did not have a good game. But Kansas City, once again, as an underdog, and they're an underdog. It started out at, I think, 2, and now it's down to a point. So a slight underdog. But once again, here's Mahomes as an underdog. And as I said, for many, many years, felt like a couple of decades, I'd never bet against Tom Brady. I'd never bet against Patrick Mahomes. He has elevated to that status. And there aren't many people in that category there. It doesn't take long to call roll, but he's there. And he did just enough. By the way, Isaiah Pacheco, he's fun to watch. Can't be fun to tackle, but he's fun to watch. He gets his money's worth every single time. Like you can't go, hey, you didn't seem like you gave 100%. I didn't. I gave 110. He just runs angry.